out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my... I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a... Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the ape in. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that. From the back of it. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battleship. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that. From the back of it. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battleship.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. With that, let's get out to the desert. Standing by in Glendale, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 44 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm.
And this is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's...
Ohio! Here
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And an alley to run. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jermaine Gresham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now at... They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
And remember,
the play fake. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
on plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 81 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL?
They'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. How did he stay up? And now look at him go. The 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jermaine Gresham, 93 3 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Brandon, remind me.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Now back to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Flush to his right. Caught right side, Gresham. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And it's second down.
When you have so many people rushing at you and you're trying to throw the ball, sometimes your eyes rise, try and go above the fray a little bit, try and get it to a receiver in the back of the end zone, and that's what he tried to do there. Just couldn't get his feet down.
Yeah, he caught it, but as you said, just couldn't stay in bounds. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Here we go. Brand 38.
A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They go to Johnson again. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Cardinals are in. Touchdown. And my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
They begin the drive with Johnson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And an alley to run. Space to run past the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Flex round! Here we go! Red 38!
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just